Hi, you guys. So, I wanted to give you all a little bit of an update on Hennessy. Bear with me. This is going to be kind of a heavy one because it was unexpected and out of nowhere. I'm going to start with she is perfectly fine. She is okay. She's doing better than she has been in these last 6 months. So, Friday, let me make sure I give you guys the right dates so that way you guys know, because you guys have been some of Hennessy's biggest supporters throughout her whole IMHA journey. Throughout all of this, you guys have been so wonderful. So I want to make sure I get the dates right. Friday the 29th, after I got off work, Hennessy had been refusing food for 24 hours. And that Thursday, she had a vet appointment. And so the vet said if she gets to that 24-hour mark of refusing food, rush her to the emergency room. So we did that. She hit that 24-hour mark. I said, cool, okay, we're going. So we take her to the emergency room, and on top of us trying to figure out the financial status to make sure that she got the help she needed, which we were able to do that, thank God. But we got x-rays done on her, and we got an ultrasound done on her, and they said it looked like there was something in her stomach, kind of like she had eaten a whole bowl of food and it was just sitting there, which wasn't possible because she had gone 24 hours without eating food. So we paid to have x-rays done, got those sent out, and when I don't know who does x-rays, but when the person who does the x-rays and checks them sent it back, it turned out that Hennessy had a linear foreign object. So when a dog eats something, typically it will be a sphere, like just a ball, something that they can pass on their own. It's not necessarily huge, but what had happened was Hennessy, her linear foreign object was curved. And what they believe, because it's very typical with dogs with IMHA due to being on prednisone to eat things they're not supposed to, they believed that she had ate something and the sulfurcrate that she was taking had been basically hardening her stomach around it, but she can't take prednisone without taking the sulfurcrate because she needs that added protection in her stomach. Thankfully, she got the surgery. She did end up staying at the hospital for about a day and a half. We ended up going and getting her at about 2 o'clock in the morning because she was just done. She wanted to be done. She wanted to come home. So they were like, you know what? She's eating a little bit, so let's send her home. It was heartbreaking feeding that dog. When we brought her home, they gave us a very strict outline of what she could eat and how much she could eat. She ate 2 tablespoons of bland wet food every 2 hours. That was all she could eat. And the reason I've waited so long about giving you guys this update is because I wanted to be able to give you guys good news. This is a lot of bad news piling on top of bad news piling on top of bad news. And so I wanted to give you guys good news. So our good news that we have is it appears that Hennessy is in remission for IMHA. She came out of surgery wonderfully. She did refuse food when she came out, but they said that's very normal for dogs with anesthesia. And that was another thing we were worried about. So putting a dog under anesthesia with IMHA can cause the immune system to stress, which can cause a relapse in IMHA. So they did make sure that there was blood on site for Hennessy in case she needed a blood transfusion. The doctor said it was very common that dogs with IMHA have blood transfusions while undergoing surgery. So well ahead of time, they made sure that they had that, and she is doing so much better. We actually took her to my mom and dad's to play with their Great Danes and their Mastiff, so she was having a blast. We took Ripley as well, and they both just had so much fun. Her and Ripley are actually cuddling up on the couch right now. But she did have sutures. Her sutures have now dissolved. So it's been a little It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, by the time you guys see this video, it will have been 2 weeks since her surgery. She is off all medication. They had her, when we brought her home, we had her taking a digestive pill, a digestive paste to help her stool. We had her on sulfurcrate. We had her on codeine, trazodone, and gabapentin. She was on complete bed rest, so she spent the last 2 weeks in a crate. We did not want to risk anything, so we would let her out to be with us, but there was absolutely no running, no jumping. She essentially had to stop being a dog for 2 weeks so she could heal, because and I don't know if this was just the doctor's way of scaring me into making sure that she would do what needed to be done, but they told us that if she risked pulling these sutures and we didn't catch it, it could cause her stomach to drop, which would be surgery all in itself, or worse, she could die. So, but I wanted to give you guys good news on top of all of the bad news. So good news is Hennessy is completely healthy. Her cone is officially off. She is no longer on bed rest. She is still a little slowed down. Like, she gets a little tired, but she is doing so much better. But because you guys have been some of Hennessy's biggest supporters and you guys have been there for her, I wanted you guys to have an update. And also I wanted to let you guys know why the dog content and the vlogs about the kids have kind of slowed down, and it's because Hennessy's been taking 8 different pills all throughout the day, and so I'm not going to shove a camera in any of my dog's face because the other 5 could tell that something was going on with her. I mean, for God's sake, she was literally in our living room in a crate, and everybody would just walk past her and like lay with her, and Elkin tried to stick her paw through the crate to get to her, and Ripley would try to go in the crate with her, and we had to bring his crate out so that way when he napped, he could just nap right next to her. But I wanted to give you guys the good news that Hennessy is in remission for IMHA. She still has a long road ahead, and her surgery was a success. She is happy, she is healthy, and she is back up to eating her normal amount of food. So, all good things. It was very rocky, very bumpy, but we got her through this. But I couldn't imagine not sharing this with you guys because you guys have followed her journey since she got diagnosed with IMHA. And I will continue to keep you guys updated on the kids. Maybe like once a month we'll do a what are my dogs up to video, and I'll just sit here and I'll talk about that with you guys and we can discuss how they're doing. But for the time being, I'm not going to record videos of them. I'm not going to post shorts of them, just so they can rest and acclimate to their normal again, because for 2 weeks, everybody's normal has just been thrown off the whack. So I wanted to share this with you guys, and I wanted to let you guys know and just keep you guys updated on how she's doing. This is going to be my Friday video, so that way you guys will see this literally 2 weeks after her surgery. But I wanted to give you guys that update. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.